Hello everyone and welcome to the Flan Miami. My name is Adora. This is the show that brings you the local talent, of course, from Miami. We're here at the Space Mountain, directed and created by Alicia Afo. And today we have three fabulous singers, vocalists, musicians. That's what we're doing today. Our first guest is Inez Barlatier. Second guest is Melikah. And then Otto van Schirac. Vocalists, musicians, you name it, right here at the Flan Miami. Now we're gonna go and see what Teddy's doing. I think he's having a little previews for us.
Yes, Adora. Okay, so we're here at Space Mountain. So Space is opened about a year ago, up on Northeast 2nd Avenue and 83rd Street. And Alicia Affel opened it about a year ago. It's a venue for art, exhibition, and performance. Later on, we'll take a little look around the space. And okay, back to you, Adora.
Thank you, Teddy. And we're back. We're back with our first guest, Inez Barlatier, fabulous songwriter and singer. Welcome. Welcome. Very good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Inez, my first question, are you a local? Are you from Miami?
Born and raised.
Born and raised in Miami. We don't have much of that in Miami. Everybody here comes from everywhere else, so that's a luxury, actually. Have you been singing and writing songs for a long time, or?
Since I was young, yeah.
As
a child, I was writing songs and singing.
As a child, you were writing already? Mm-hmm. Where were you writing when you were a kid?
I was writing about school.
A song about school?
People in school, yeah.
People in school? Were you nice about the people in school when you were
writing?
I
was nice. I was a quiet child.
A quiet child?
Yeah, I saw a lot of things.
You never write a song about a bad experience in school, somebody? Yeah. A bad student?
Yes.
Oh, really? I'd love to hear that. Have you have opportunities to do your art? Get paid for it?
It takes a while, but you do have to pay your dues.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they're there, but you do have to pay your dues, build up your resume in order to get the easy jobs and the things that your name can get for you, basically.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Miami is a good platform for artists right now?
Miami, for artists, yes, to build a platform. Of course, yeah. It's hard. It's still harder than other cities, but there are opportunities. You just have to be out there hustling to get them.
You sing. First of all, do you have some classes? You took classes too?
I've taken some vocal classes, like 2 semesters of vocal classes and 1 semester of guitar classes, but mostly on self-taught, father-taught, musician-taught. I can always go back and study more and be better technical, but developing a voice is more important to me than technique. Today I was playing music on a bus, a metro bus, and that connection of people on a bus on their way home from work, of how I just engaging them and see that effect on it, even more than just playing music, but the effect music has on people. They don't teach it in school.
That is right.
And I just had that serendipitously here.
Absolutely. It's a totally different energy that you get from the people in the bus.
Energy,
it's not it's not an artist that they're going to see you performing that they go, oh, we know about singing this and that. The people in the bus just like, oh, this girl's singing here now.
They're not expecting it.
And it can be a kid, a grandmother, anybody, you know. And that was today?
That was today,
and what happened?
They let me sing and they enjoyed it. I asked them, can I continue singing? They let me continue singing. Some rapper came and rapped on top of my guitar, so it was, I liked it. I was nervous, full of nervous energy, but after a while, everyone was just like really into it, and that energy you can't really find out in the home and school anywhere.
Absolutely. Well, that's Miami.
Yes.
Did they tip you?
No, I didn't ask for tips.
Well, that's Miami. Well, people here tip sometimes. But that's really, really cool. What about the guitar? These all the tags, that's the traveling.
Traveling, yes, and friends that I meet.
And friends.
And other bands. This is my band, Kazoots.
This is your band?
Kazoots.
Kazoots?
Yeah.
And what kind of music you play with the band?
We call it Afro Indie Rock, but I love roots music. The guitar player loves indie, and so does the drummer. So all that mixed together, we call it Afro Indie Rock.
Because you're young, you look very young.
I'm 23.
To 23. Baby. She's a baby. She's a baby. baby. 23, and you already know what you're doing. You already probably know what you want to do, and you pretty, set. You look like a very smart girl to me.
Oh,
and,
thank you.
Come on, we need more of this. We have plenty of this here in Miami, and we'll be back with much more. We love you. She's gonna sing for us later on, so you don't need to go anywhere. Now we're gonna go back to Teddy to see what we have up next. Teddy!
We're at Space Mountain, and we're in the exhibition part of the space. We're looking at the exhibition of FIU MFA artists. The show's called Backburners. So there is actually a little bit of similarity between this work. They're kind of amorphic, organic shapes. You can see in this one, it looks a little bit like coral. Some work's drawn on fabric, it looks like. Then this is made of coffee filters, unless I'm mistaken. And these are shapes that look kind of like collapsed shapes. They make me think of Frank Gehry and his collapsed pieces of paper that then became buildings. And here's a piece with some photographs, photocopied photographs of ladies' shoes. Here we have a kind of a tapestry, reminds me of Rauschenberg's composite pieces. And over here we have some, they look like they're somehow derived from Polaroid photos. This is a cabinet piece, kind of enigmatic. And then we've got over here this series of bungee cords and cutouts of plywood with interesting finishes on them. And then in the corner, this V-shaped construction that's kind of partly been painted over, giving it a kind of a haphazard look. And now we go into the exhibition, the performance space, which is a little rougher. So this is where the performances take place with these lights. And that's Space Mountain.
Wow, Teddy, that was a wonderful walkthrough, really.
Alicia is fantastic. I love the fact that she opened this space, and it's so cool to be here in Space Mountain.
Absolutely. So now we're back, and our second guest, Miss Melikah.
Yes, thank you.
Melikah, it's so good to be here with you, finally, interviewing you and talking to you. Melikah is an old friend, a dear friend, also a wonderful vocalist. And my first question, just like Inez before, have you been doing this for a long time? Are you born with this, or is it just something new to you?
Since I was in my mother's womb, I've been performing, I've been vocalizing, I've been expressing myself, so.
What does your mother have to say about that?
Well, my mother was a vocalist as well in Cuba. And, unfortunately, she passed of pancreatic cancer. But she left me that, and it's a legacy for me.
A family of artists, singers, or?
From my father's side, everything has to do with science. And from my mother's side, it has to do with the arts. I had an auntie who also was a vocalist, and I found out through my mother before she passed, actually, that she was an opera singer.
Really?
Yeah.
And what it makes your father's family is science and then art. That's what I have, science right here.
But do you have any sort of scientific method or precision in you, or do you feel any of that from your father?
Well, it's great that you mentioned that, because I'm not really, I feel that everybody has science inside of them, because everything is art. So to me, since I have more of the musician side, if you really get in depth, into the things of music, you will find out that there's a lot of geometry and quantum in music. So, especially when you get into jazz.
Did somebody teach you how to sing? Do you self-taught? How did that come about?
I went to Miami-Dade College, and I was trained by none other than a Broadway vocalist who trained me in the opera side. Wow. Her name is Eileen Duffy Brown. Then I wanted to, because in my soul, I always say that I have a black person inside of me, a Moorish person inside of me. So I always wanted to go into the genre of jazz.
You know, doing jazz is not because you want to do it now, I'm going to do jazz now. It's not like that. You know, it's like I know how to dance classical, now I'm going to dance cha-cha-cha because I have the classical. It's not just that easy. You have to have it or not.
Exactly.
You have to have it or not, and you have it.
Thank you, darling.
Very, very happy. Hope you sing some for us later on.
Sure.
Okay.
Or you want me to do it now?
But you can vocalize now a little bit. We can give her a little taste.
Yes.
What do you want? Do you want Cuban feeling, or do you want...
What are you feeling?
What are you feeling? What are your feelings? Honey, we're ready.
Oh, by the way, I'm very influenced in jazz too.
Yes.
So
cool.
Billie Holiday was my influence. So, so let's see, something like them that's got, shall get, them that's not, shall lose. So the Bible it says, and it still is news.
Me encanta. All right. But we very happy to have you here. Really, Melikah, very happy to have you here. Remember, if you hear that name, Melikah, go and listen because she's really fabulous. It's not only the singer, it's the soul. And we're back with Mr. Otto van Schirac. And I said it.
Not sheetrock, Schirac.
Schirac, get it right.
But I love your outfit too, and I love the way the clothes and the tats go together. I haven't seen that yet.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
It's fabulous. Otto, honey, where are you from?
I was born in Miami, in the Bermuda Triangle. And, you know, parents from Cuba with a German name. So that's about it.
You're not only a musician, you're also a performance artist. Where all that came from your Cuban family or from your German influence, or just Miami, or just you?
I think being born in Miami into a Hispanic family and, you know, watching the chusmería de la calle and just, you know, in the DNA, it's just me.
La chusmería de la calle.
Chusmería.
Chusmería. Oh, the gossip?
No, chusmería, it's a little messy. You know, people shout too loud, everybody on the streets, you know, it's...
The melee of the streets.
The streets and, you know, the swamps.
Exactly, yeah.
And the alleys of boatways, of ocean in Miami. We have it all here.
Exactly, absolutely. What about the teeth?
This is to protect my teeth from the microphone, so I can have a pretty smile.
And it's, okay, and I have to say bling at the same time.
Yeah.
It looks expensive.
And it's a good investment, gold.
Gold?
It's worth more than money.
Nowadays, yes. Yes, you can say that. Any questions for Otto?
Yeah, well, I was curious about the Teutonic thing because I know you've been playing in Europe. And it's very interesting to me that somebody who's originally from the Caribbean Basin, including Miami, even though we don't quite touch the Caribbean, still has this kind of Teutonic feeling, as I see it at least. And then you got picked up and you have an audience in Europe. You're a Miami export.
Teutonic, I'm sorry, meaning like Viking?
German,
like
yeah. German
Viking,
and
so
Viking and...
I love Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it came, but I guess it's in the blood, deep in the blood, the wolf blood. It's hard to get rid of the Dracula wolf blood, the German, you know, Nordic, Germanic kind of blood people, you know, my ancestors. But, you know, I'm a mixed mutt, so I think I have Arabic, German, and then, you know, Cuban, but being, you know, Cuban is also being a mutt. And, but yeah, it definitely comes out in some of my performances and some of my third eye, you know, manifestos.
That's really, really fabulous. Since when have you been doing this?
I think the first time I played a show in Europe was 2000 in Amsterdam.
Because the Cuban music, there's so much amazing Cuban music and so much that Cuba has contributed to world music that there has to be a huge Cuban influence because you grew up listening to that in Miami. I guess.
In some of my songs, I feel like I go that route into the Caribbean island feel. It's always there a little bit, I feel, you know, in my aura, in my soul, but definitely, you know, some songs I shut it off. I try, but it's still tropical. Tropical vampires.
Tropical vampires, right?
I love it. You write also, right? You write your songs. The first song I ever heard was Salpica Sucia, which I think is brilliant, extremely clever, brilliant, and I still play, you know, when I play my Latin nights, whatever, and I think it's totally Cuban. It's Miami. I don't see any German or anything. It's just pure Hialeah. You know, Otto goes Hialeah, but it's really fabulous. I hope you get to hear it because it's really fabulous. You know, it sounds sucia, but it's
dirty.
It's dirty. Yeah, but it's really, really cool.
Fun dirty.
I think so. That was your first song you wrote, or you always wrote your stuff?
No, that song I wrote in like 2011. So, but that stuff's in me. I have Sucia de la Calle for years. Eso está dentro. That's the easiest thing for me to write.
When people see you, they put you in a category of singer, performer, or a performance artist. Do they normally ask you like, what are you?
Yeah, I get that question.
Okay.
I still don't know the answer.
Okay.
I'm trying to be human.
This is it. This is
What a great answer.
This is it. Absolutely. This is
Trying to be human.
This is it.
Learning how to be. But definitely, I don't know what genre, because I've traveled so many at this point that I just feel like I'm just trying to have fun on this planet. And, you know, growing up in Miami, we have some of the most amazing people here, like you guys, you know?
Thank you. What do you think? Do you really think that we are really hot now? The Miami is going somewhere with the performance artists and the music? Or is it just a phase?
No, I do think it's here to stay in the sense that we have so much attention from the world on Miami. So it's a good platform right now for people to show all these 10 million or so incoming like floaters that don't even live here, show them Miami, and when they leave, they go talk about it, you know?
Absolutely. That's what we're trying to do here. Show us Sky.
We stay in Miami so much we don't know what people say about Miami outside of Miami. We've really become Miami provincials.
People talk about Miami for sure. It's hype. It's hype. Miamians. We need to invent some genre for only us.
Yeah, probably. It's over here.
Miami.
Absolutely. We're gonna hear you perform, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna perform for us later on. That would be fabulous. And wherever you hear Otto von Schirac, you have to run to see him because it's really fabulous. It's a fabulous act. We'll be back with more. We'll be back with more. Otto's gonna perform for us, and I think it's going to be fabulous.
This is Inez Barlatier singing an original song, What This Was.
she won't take it from his eyes. But it was clear from the beginning, this was fun for just a time being. Don't know what this was, but I'm happy it wasn't. I could do godmother's, not know it, I shouldn't. Heart say that it won't work, but I know why it wouldn't. Heart say that it can't work, but I know why I couldn't. Heart say that you don't know, but I know I shouldn't.
Wow.
You stop, look and listen as we rock into the building. I'm the diamond-eyed tiger, tiburón tropical. El tipo tropical con el brazo fuerte, oro en diente, elegante. La jeva para mira dice, coño, ¿quién es ese? Ese guapo es el tipo más tropical, tropical. Éxito. You stop, look and listen as we rock into the building. Tiger man, brain scan all the time. Tiburón, el tipo tropical. Yeah, we bass real hard. Got a wall of woofers inside of my car. Tu para mira, coño, y me besa los ojos. Tropical, tipo rico, y me llamo tiburón tropical. Éxito. El tipo tropical con la lengua afuera, la jeva entera y la jeva en chancleta. El tipo tropical con la lengua afuera, tremenda pinta y la jeva entera. Tropical. Tropical. Cógelo con take it easy, baby. Amor, placer.
Wow! I love it!
Bravo, Otto.
I love it! Wow, this is Otto van Schirac, and that was Tropical. Wow! Thank you very much for watching.
Bravo.
Wow!
Bravo, gracias.
This is Flan Miami, the Flan Miami, and wherever we are, please look for us. This is Adora, and this is
Teddy Bear.